The following video and continued growth of this channel are made possible by your support over on patreon.com/616entertainment. Sign up today at any level you choose and help bring these brand new projects to life. Or if you're looking for a brand new t-shirt, maybe stop by prowrestlingtees.com/616entertainment. I got you covered. Halloween is the home of several of the greatest, most iconic characters in all of horror. Laurie Strode, Dr. Loomis, even Michael Myers himself. Come on. But we're not here today to discuss the best characters in Halloween history. No, that's next week. Today, it's about trash. The worst, garbage, the most despicable, annoying, wasteful, empty, pointless players in the entire series. Welcome to the worst characters in Halloween history. Oh, what's up, Dan-Dans? My name is Ian, and today, I just did an intro. You saw the title of the video, you saw the thumbnail, you know what this is. And don't worry, next week, it's the best characters in Halloween history. I am not devolving into one of those channels that's negative all the time. Don't worry. But the big one is on Halloween Day, October 31st. It's the History of Halloween Part 6, The End of Evil. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. Now, these are not in any sort of order, to be clear. This isn't a top 10 list, but if it were, I think this would still kick things off. Billy, the little kid from Halloween 5, Jamie's friend, sucks. I hate this kid. He can't speak, he doesn't do anything worthwhile. He's not even killed. If Michael Myers grabbed this little jerk by the collar and snapped him over his knee like Bane, and threw his tiny corpse into the sewer, that would have redeemed Billy. But that doesn't happen. Billy sucks. A living, breathing waste of time in an otherwise already horrendous movie. Up next, I'm going to go with Sheriff Barker from the sequel trilogy. He's not a terrible character because he's annoying or because he's overused. It's actually the exact opposite. Sheriff Barker is nothing. He does nothing of note across the entire trilogy. Omar Dorsey, the man who plays Sheriff Barker, is a big guy. 6'1", about 240. He's a sheriff and he looks badass in that hat. And he does nothing. Never has a showdown with Michael. He doesn't go down in a blaze of glory in order to save one of the Shape's victims. He's just a missed opportunity across the board. And that, for me, is worthy of a spot on the list. You know who I hate? This guy. The singer from this band in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. He's given minutes of screen time. It feels like we have to watch this band play half a set list. I don't even know who he is. Maybe this is a real band. I don't know. I don't want to know. This movie sucks. It's too long, and I'm blaming this guy for being part of the reason that it's too long. Let's stick with Zombies Halloween 2 for a minute and just get to Dr. Loomis on the list. Look, when you reimagine something, obviously you'll make changes and reshape certain aspects of the original material. But taking Dr. Loomis and turning him from a psychiatrist with the best intentions, a doctor who's the only person who really understands what Michael Myers is capable of, and turning him into a full of his own shit, egotistical, misogynistic, fame-hungry dickhead? Yeah, no thanks. A complete misfire, for sure. Flash on over to 2002's Halloween Resurrection. Now, there are a handful of jerks we could pull from this film, but I'm specifically going to list Nora, who is played by Tyra Banks. What makes Nora a terrible character? Well, it's a common complaint of mine. She's nothing. She lends absolutely zero to the movie. Tyra Banks isn't the greatest actress in the world. I'm not saying she should have been front and center, but she could have done something outside of this weird face and arm movement. She even dies off camera. We don't even get to see her murder. The scene was shot, so it exists, but they cut it. Maybe because it sucks. Oh man, we're halfway through the list already. Now I chose to spotlight 10 specific terrible characters here in this video, but there are surely more than 10 to choose from, which means I'm sure you'll have some names I didn't include in your list down in the comments. So yeah, I'm saying leave a list in the comments of the characters you think are the worst from Halloween history. I also want you to tune in October 18th for the Season 2 premiere of GM Showdown. It really doesn't matter if you're not a wrestling fan. My buddy No Taxes Nigel Bravo and I each run our own promotion in Fire Pro Wrestling World, complete with our own storylines and championship belts. My first main event is Mortal Kombat's Scorpion versus Michael Myers for the World Championship. See? I told you it's not just about wrestling. Now, let's round out this list of losers. Back into Rob Zombie territory, I gotta tell you, I hate Ronnie. This is Michael's stepdad. He's a loudmouth, alcoholic, deadbeat prick who is abusive to the entire family. Violently, verbally, sexually, the whole deal. His brutal murder comes with a sigh of relief. We're watching him bleed out going, oh, thank God. Ronnie encapsulates one of the biggest issues with Rob Zombie's take on Haddonfield. There are so many characters that are just low-down losers, bottom-of-the-barrel garbage people, and when they die, we love it. That's not really how we're supposed to feel watching Halloween. I've got one more Rob Zombie character for you, and you've got to hear me out on this one. Joe Grizzly belongs on this list. I know, you love Joe Grizzly. But that's the problem. This dude is enormous. His haircut is unbelievable. He fights Michael Myers with a foot of turd hanging out of his ass, and even then, he puts up a fight. But this is it. Joe Grizzly is introduced and killed off inside of like 53 seconds. This is a travesty. Joe Grizzly should have starred in a movie completely outside of Halloween. Rob Zombie should have made a movie called Joe Grizzly. I want to know why he looks at porn while taking a shit. I don't do that. Do you do that? Is that the right time to do that? I don't know. It's a shame that Joe Grizzly is shoehorned into this movie for no reason, because I genuinely feel he could have been an entertaining part of something else. Fast forward more than 10 years from Zombie's first film, let's look at Halloween 2018 again. Dr. Sartain is bullshit. This is similar to Joe Grizzly, in a way. Dr. Sartain's got a cool look. The performance is entertaining. But oh man, does this character go off the rails. A heel turn for no reason. A heel turn that goes nowhere, by the way. The doctor's head is stomped and it squashes like a watermelon, which is a great visual, but that's kind of where it ends. Here's a little tip for whoever's gonna pick up Halloween next. Stop having other people put on Michael's mask. It looks stupid. It is stupid. We don't want to see it. Yes, I'm speaking for everyone right now. Stop having other people put on Michael's mask. Thank you. Nearly the entire cast of Halloween 5 is dirt. Nobody has anything of substance to say. There's a lot of hate out there for Tina, but honestly, she's way better than some of these idiots. She might sing through all of her dialogue, but she's really nice to look at. And she does her best to protect Jamie. So Tina's not who I have my crosshairs over. No. I'm aiming at this guy. This dick-headed idiot. This annoying, obnoxious asswipe. I literally had to look up the cast of Halloween 5 to figure out what his name was, which is apparently Spitz. Spitz! More like swallows. As in, I'd rather swallow an entire 8-ounce glass of Windex than ever watch Halloween 5 again. And I worded that very carefully. I'm not going to guzzle the Windex. I'm going to swallow the entire full glass. I hate this movie. And I hate Spitz. And to round out the list of the worst characters in Halloween history, the main event of the evening, it's Laurie Strode. Specifically Laurie Strode from Halloween Resurrection. Why is she my main event choice? Well, she's dog shit. At the end of the prior film, she's consistently one step ahead of Michael Myers. She sneak attacks him, she knocks him off the balcony through a table, she cuts his head off with an axe. And then here in Resurrection, she's an idiot, a moron. Michael breaks in to kill her. Literally, Kool-Aid Man smashes through a locked door with a knife. He chases her throughout the hospital, and then at the last second, Laurie's like, wait, maybe it's not Michael again. Maybe it's somebody else. He's been chasing you with a knife, Laurie. God damn, this is stupid. Character assassination is a loaded term. It's not to be taken lightly, but this is a horrific example of how to completely ruin a legendary character. Thank God this entire timeline was dropped and retconned out entirely. Laurie Strode, specifically Laurie Strode from Halloween Resurrection, is the worst character in Halloween history. Oh, there it is, Dan Dans. That is my list of the worst characters in Halloween history. Now, like I said before, I'm sure you've got a couple of characters I did not include here, and I'm sure I included a few people that you are really disagreeing with. That's fine. We've all got our own opinions. Next week, we look at the best characters in Halloween history, and on the big day itself, you know what it is. Patreon.com/616entertainment is where you can go to support the channel, to support me, to support my work, and all that good stuff. Until next time, I love ya, and I'll see you soon.